is ANN News Brief.
Guinea's President Alpha Conde has reportedly refused to meet with a delegation of West African leaders as the country heads towards a referendum that could allow the 81-year-old to run for a third term. Several protesters against the third-term move have died in various anti-government demonstrations in recent months. Radio France International reports a delegation of heads of state from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, was scheduled to meet in Guinea on Friday. President of Niger, Mohamed Safo, was to lead the delegation that was to include presidents from Nigeria, Ghana and Burkina Faso. Guinea has been plunged into political crisis over Conde's push for constitutional reforms through a referendum scheduled for next month. The opposition has said it will boycott the vote. Opponents see the process as a plot to enable the 81-year-old leader, who is nearing the end of the constitutional two terms, to stay in power for up to another decade. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, says it has secured more than $330 million in debt relief for Somalia, bringing the country a step closer to accessing new resources and receiving forgiveness for its $5.5 billion debt. Somalia has an IMF-monitored economic program. The IMF said the funding pledged by its members showed that Somalia was committed to financial reform despite what it described as very challenging circumstances. A graft monitoring group has named Somalia the worst, most corrupt country for the past several years. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Burundi government says it has killed at least 22 wrongdoers in the hills overlooking the main city of Bujumbura since last week, in what is described as violence linked to a presidential election scheduled for May. The authorities said on Tuesday 2 members of the police force were killed and 6 attackers were captured. They gave few further details about the nature of the unrest, saying wrongdoers took advantage of this electoral period, thinking people were distracted. The election in May will choose a successor to President Pierre Nkurunziza, who has been in power since 2005. International bodies have accused his government of human rights abuses, an accusation the government denies. That is the ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.